Felicia, man, dating. What a time. You know, it's dating these days. It's so hard. How are you ever supposed to find someone who's actually wanting all the same things as you and who won't ghost you or be a total douche or lie about who they are? What are we supposed to do? You know, and the other day, I was on I was swiping left on everybody because I didn't think I was worthy of anyone. Separate issue.
Same. Yeah.
Right. And I came across this profile that weirdly enough you had described in your fan fiction.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
But it creeped me the hell out. I was like,
Yeah.
So the unfortunate thing though is I went to click on the profile and I accidentally super liked it. So I had to delete the app and burn my phone. So I have no further evidence. We know so much about these dating profiles. We've seen it all. So with all our knowledge, what if we helped create dating profiles for each of the Wonkas? And you might be thinking, why? And the answer is, why not? This is a stupid podcast. This is a stupid idea.
We have like a year and a half to fill.
A year and a half. And this has been an idea from the get-go, right?
Yeah, the saddest part about this is I wrote this down literally the day I pitched this podcast to Elaine. This was in my, as Elaine describes it, my like terror notebook, where I wrote down pages and pages of just scribblings about Wonka. And this was like idea number 30. And that's scary that was so early. And then like I wrote that topic and was like, I have no ideas on how to actually elaborate and implement that. So I'll never touch on it again. But Elaine kept being like, but what about the Willy Wonka dating profile episode that you wrote? And I was like, okay, we can do it, I guess. So here we are.
Don't blame this on me.
I'm not blaming it on you. I'm just saying like...
Co-host means co-pain, co-suffering. Whatever you feel, I feel. And whatever I feel, you feel.
It's been a rocky road. It's not the Sweet Life on Deck movie, Elaine. We didn't eat the Corsican fruit.
I just imagined us Freaky Friday. And like,
oh my God.
God, the chaos that would be. So it's funny. So Felicia has not like written a lot. You know, it's
no, I haven't.
Meanwhile, I think I accidentally got too into this. I created an index of all the different styles of dating profiles I come across. I wrote down some of the prompts that people can respond to, so we can see if we want to try to fill those out. So that's what we're gonna attempt to do today. I have a feeling we will somehow get completely off topic. But I'm gonna.
No, we will. It's okay,
I'm really excited for my styles of dating profiles. This might just turn into me being like, "Fuck the apps," but they're all I have. Could be the new title of this. But swiping right on some hot news from a Wonka Watch.
Number one on the Wonka Watch, breaking news. They recalled Wonka candies again because they were counterfeit again. I don't know how this is still happening. Like, how is this still happening? How has this happened twice within 3 months?
This isn't like you accidentally sent an email twice and forgot to attach something. This is like giant fucking products that people consume that could have heavy major consequences.
With, major allergen concerns. It's really bad. But also
God.
wild that it's happened twice.
God.
That's not what we're talking about today. This is kind of like you know how like a lot of Wonka Watch news, we're doing like a news article. I feel like this is kind of like a column this time. Do you know what I mean? Like, like one of those little like, today I woke up and I ate a sandwich and then I looked outside and thought, gee, what a world we live in. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, actually. I'm with you. Okay. I didn't think I'd be.
Usually I'm not part of my essay collection. So we often talk about how pervasive Wonka is in like literally every piece of media. Once your eyes are opened, you see it everywhere. But no more have I felt its strong influence when I went to do something for me, for myself, not related to this podcast, which was watch the Simpsons parody of Succession. Do I watch the Simpsons? No, of course I don't. But I love Succession more than anyone else on this planet.
Wait, what?
So I was like, I'll go watch it, of course. And they got the Cousin Greg voice actors. Like, I gotta watch it. So I go and watch this thing. And I'm not kidding, Elaine. I wish I was kidding. I want you to know how much I wish I was kidding. They get on the airplane, Lisa Simpson and like her old man grandpa dude. They get on the plane with their Logan Roy substitute. And I'm not kidding. This man starts singing a parody of Pure Imagination. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. You can't do this without consulting with me. As the number one Wonka and Succession person, those are like my two things.
Oh my
Wonka
God.
and Succession and puppets. If there was a puppet in this, I would have, like, I don't know what I would have done. Like, would I have sued them? Like, you can't do that shit without consulting me first.
That's
right?
Like mental damage.
Yeah. No, you can't just do that. That's my thing. But anyway, and then they go, and then like the Logan Roy guy is like, oh, I'm old and I'm stupid. And then all the kids try to take over for him. And then he's like, surprise, I'm not old and stupid. I was tricking you. And then the Roman character went, guys, we just got Wonka. And I was like, I want to die. I want to die. This is where I go.
Oh my God, no. I just got Wonka.
I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
And
like, I kind of was expecting it because I saw articles about how they parodied Pure Imagination. And I was like, you know, like that song is an icon in its own right. So like, I'm not going to report about it until I watched the episode and was like, oh no, they're going in hard on the Wonka thing. Okay, episode.
So, I guess we should, just so people understand where we're coming from. We talked a little bit about it in the intro, but we are currently on the apps.
Yes.
Do you enjoy the apps?
No.
Same. No
one enjoys the apps. I enjoyed it last summer when I completely gamified the entire thing to making a very large spreadsheet to see what percentage of men who matched with me were musicians. And I even paid for a subscription so I could see which ones liked me, so I could suss out the difference between that. That was a whole thing.
Genius. Turns
out about 30% of Leos were my matches, and I don't know what that says, and I don't know what that means.
But zodiac signs come up a lot on the apps. Yeah, they're kind of like a necessary evil, I feel like, at this point. Like, I'll go out, but I'm usually going out with my friends, and I feel like it's intimidating to like walk up to a group of people to interact with. And also when I go to a karaoke bar, I don't think I'm really, you know, presenting perhaps the best version of myself when I'm screeching ABBA.
Call.
Actually, oh my God, 5 boys just showed up.
Oh my God.
They're all vultures.
Was that your milkshake?
My milkshake.
They drank your milkshake.
It's dairy.
They drink it up. Drainage.
You can have the steak and the shake.
Drainage.
Grill that up on your pork chop, am I right? This is why I'm single.
I think that really illustrated why both of us were single, because you did that, and I just started doing a really aggressive Daniel Day-Lewis from There Will Be Blood impression.
My boy!
And we didn't even converse the entire time. I've abandoned my boy! I've abandoned my child! Give me the blood, Lord!
I accidentally went off and listed all the different kinds of like profiles I come across, and they're all sins. So I can kind of briefly go through that because I feel like our Wonkas will fall into these categories. Okay, so the first type is the hunter-gatherer.
This is interesting.
Yeah, so the huntsman holds a fish, holds a dead animal, wears lots of camo, and is usually wearing sunglasses so big with a hat, so big that you actually can't see what they look like in any photo. It's just them holding dead things and them being mysterious. They might be on a boat holding a beer. You learn nothing about them. Most times they have not answered the prompts, or if they do, it's like, I like to hunt. Like, it's you don't learn anything. Yeah. IDK, LOL. Like, it's not like they answer it, but they didn't.
They answered it because they wouldn't let them finish the profile without writing anything. I know this doesn't fit in that category, but I always think about, there was this one profile I came across where the man just looked like a centaur because of the way the picture was taken, because he had really long hair and he was shirtless and he was wearing khakis that blended into the bush behind him, and he was holding a bow and arrow, and he was like so ripped, and like not in a like a, oh my God, he's ripped, and like a, oh wow, how, what? You know what I mean? And it was a photo in black and white, and I remember just staring at it and going, this man is a centaur.
So up next is the bathroom model. All the photos are selfies taken in a dirty-ass bathroom mirror. Hardly any of them show a full face, or if there is a face, it looks like a pouting baby. There's no indication of their personality. I believe they're most likely to kill you of all these people.
They
and
are
sometimes
a little terrifying.
There's a big overlap between the bathroom model and the gym rat. And the gym rat their profile, their only personality is the gym. It's totally fine if that's like your hobby, your passion, you're really into bodybuilding or something, but like you have other interests as well. And I've seen this. I have seen people pull this off. Okay. But some of you, there's the one you've swiped left on multiple times, but keeps popping up because the dating app is like, there's literally no one else. You will die alone. LMAO. Yeah. The person who only uses group photos for all their photos, and you have to use contact clues to figure out who they are.
Do you have I like a little bit of dark humor wink guy?
Oh my God. I get
that one a lot. I get a lot of this. It's called the Challenger. And everything they put is I'm better at X than you. Yes.
They're like,
yes.
Anytime
I will beat you at Mario Kart.
Yeah. I bet I'm funnier than you. And I go, you're not. Get the fuck out of here. My biggest problem with these people is that by saying it, I don't believe you are. And also don't come at me so combative.
Exactly. That's the problem.
And then the last one is girls everywhere. Oops, their ex is in the photo and they just use an emoji to cover her up. Oops, all their hot friends are circling around them. Oops, half-naked women are holding on to him. Look, he knows how to interact with women.
You know what? You did not include car guy.
Car guy.
My car is my baby. I will love my car more than you.
Car guy. He only takes selfies in his car as well. I love
one
my
of the
car.
photos is just of the car. And you know what? It's a person. I appreciate that you have a passion.
The overall thing here is like, you can have a passion. It needs to not be your full profile because people are a little complex. You don't have to throw all the goodies out there. That's what the date you bring them in with mystery.
When did this become an
advice
show?
And I'm like so not the person to give out you know what it is.
Literally, we are not the people. We've been on one successful date. Like, we've been on one successful date.
And we did it together. We did a double date. We talked Wonka the whole time and it did not go well. So now with all of this set, the scene is set. We're going to go through our Wonkas now, and we're going to figure out what would their profile be. We're not going to make it good for them. We're going to go, what would they do if they had a phone in their hand and they had the power?
I brought up a very helpful infographic made by our listener, Riley, which has all the Wonkas we've talked about on the podcast photoshopped onto Jesus. And I'm going to use this to kind of guide us. I know this was made as a joke, but it is genuinely helpful to see all of the Wonkas we've discussed on this podcast.
It is. Let's start with our big hitters, I think.
The big three. The Father, Son, and Holy Spirit of this.
Oh my God, why does that fit?
Let's start with Big Daddy Gene.
Big Daddy Gene is something he hopefully would not put on his profile. I think he would go for, I'm a sophisticated smarty and I'm probably smarter than, like, his energy would be, are you cool enough for me?
I agree with you there. I think he would be like, you probably haven't read Oscar Wilde like I have. Do you know what I mean? And like quoting obscure piece of literature. Like, I quoted an old novel in my profile, and if you haven't read it, you're fucking stupid. Like, that's the vibe I'd get from Gene.
My most controversial opinion, Byron sucks. You know?
Yeah.
Like, your AP English annoying student.
I think Christian Wonka would be a car guy account, but just about one of his machines. My machine comes first. My machine is my baby. Don't ever fuck with my machine.
Oh, God.
And he never explains what the machine does or like why it's a special machine. And it looks like kind of broken because that's the thing. The cars are never nice. And, you know, enjoy your car. But I'm like, that is a 2007 Miata. Do you know what I mean? Are Miatas good? I actually don't know anything about cars.
Oh, actually, I think we should answer one prompt for each of these guys.
Oh, yes. That's a good idea.
For Gene Wonka. My friends ask me for advice about.
Ooh.
I don't have any friends. I am everyone's friend.
I don't have any friends. I am everyone's friend. Friends hate me and friends love me. I have a million friends. If I have one friend, it's me. And it's just like 18 different sentences that all contradict each other.
He would run out of character limit. Like, he'd be writing essays and then he'd run out of character limit.
And then it's gone. It's done.
And then it's gone. Oh my God. So Christian Wonka, back to him. Cars. I feel like
machine guy. Yeah.
His machine guy. He'd be all up on that boat. And he probably would use the voice prompt on Hinge, and he'd be just saying, it's obscene how much I could be into you.
Yeah, he's probably doing one of his many accents throughout the show.
I think his question, I've got a couple here. Let's see. My last journal entry was about
nothing. I keep the pages blank. I wait for my little minion to write in the book. I have a blank journal up in my attic that I'm waiting for a 10-year-old boy to write.
It's been waiting there forever. He could also be the person, you pick up the blank notebook, you're like, oh, there's nothing in there. He's like, he rips that out of your hand. He's like, don't read that. That's my personal diary. I write it in it every day. And they're like, but it's blank. And he goes, I write in it with my mind. But it's done now. And it goes on his shelf. He keeps buying new ones, though, because it's fully written, you know? And then he's like, oh, what the hell? Oh, my God. You go home with Christian Wonka and you're doing fondue. And at one point, he looks at you, goes, wait just a second, goes to his shelf, pulls out this book, just stares at it, looks at you, stares at it. And you go, what's going on? He's like, oh, I just wanted to capture this memory. Closes the blank book, puts it back on the shelf, sits down. And then he goes, so how do you feel about, like, power drills and, like, vroom machine? I don't know anything about machines.
That joke was a lot less foul than I thought it was going to be, so I'm very happy.
I know, you're lucky. You would be like, I don't have any bolts, but I do have some nuts. For the fondue, hey, here we go, you know.
That actually is incredibly in character for him.
Yeah.
My face just pictures somebody going, anybody need some spackle?
Looking for someone that stocks the Home Depot, but only for the satisfaction at looking at all the machinery and the pieces. He goes to reach for a washer, but your hands touch and he goes, oh, hello. Fancy seeing you. Do you have a factory? I have a factory. And it's a really weird thing. Okay, now Johnny Wonka. Yeah, you've already done this through basically your fan fiction. I feel like he would be the gym rat, but replace that with Candy, and it's only photos of Candy. There's not a single photo of him.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
Which I've come across some of those, by the way, and I'm like, oh God,
yeah.
There's no photos of. It's just photos of objects. So it would be unsettling in that sense. Mm-hmm. I think there would be an overshare in one of the prompts.
Yes.
For example, one of the prompts here is therapy recently taught me.
You know, I really learned the value of what it was like and how deeply the abandonment of my father affected me.
And then you'd be like,
I've learned a lot about myself over the past few months.
Did I just figure out how to do a Johnny Wonka voice? How did it take me that long?
I hated it in the best way, in a good way. I hated it. Do it again.
My therapist said it's time for me to get out there. And I think maybe he's right. My therapist is Noompa Loompa. He and I hang out together on the weekends.
So much.
We can get lunch in my cafeteria. We serve candy cane kebabs. What's on the kebabs, you ask? Well,
and this is all in a voice note.
Oh no, the character limit. The character limit hits.
This is all in a voice note, and it just gets cut off.
Oh my God. He wouldn't write anything. It would just be voice notes. Oh my God.
And what's on the kebabs, you ask?
Oh, and then the next question.
I didn't finish what I was saying about the kebabs. And I don't appreciate this app for limiting what I want to say. The kebabs.
Oh my God. Up next, do we want to do Timmy Wonka? Yeah, we don't know much about him, but you know.
Let's just say he kind of nails the profile. I feel like if anyone's going to nail the profile, it would be Timmy Wonka. I think Alton Towers Wonka is the bathroom mirror selfie.
Oh shit. And wait. He turns around to show off those erect coattails. Am I right? He's like, it curves. What about it?
But do it curve.
And he would do the selfies that are also really up close. Like it would just be his eye
really close to the camera. Or it's like kind of like an old guy who's like this and like staring into a light bulb when he takes the photo.
And to give you guys a quick reminder of Alton Towers' ride, Wonka, he is digital. His nose is on his forehead. And he's got more of an older man vibe. Yeah, look at that. His nose is on his forehead. I never realized that. I hate that.
Yeah, he really
He had
is.
this weird coat that should have been longer and then had coattails, but it just like stopped mid-drift and then like curled up, and it was uncomfortable.
But he kind of did it for us, so. You admitted to this on the podcast, Elaine.
I was under the influence. Nothing mattered. No, I don't know. I probably How many of these Wonkas would I smash? And it's more than it should be.
All right, let's do a count and not reveal.
Okay.
Would we both smash 5 Wonkas? Wait, did you smash 6?
I smashed 6. And I know the one that you decided not to smash that I did.
Who was it?
Tom and Jerry.
Oh. Yeah. That was fun.
So
5 and 6.
You will not know exactly who it was, but we both, I was able to figure out the difference, the one Wonka that I smashed.
The one Wonka difference.
One Wonka, which I don't know what that says. I mean, again, y'all, I met Felicia for one weekend before we started this. So the fact that we've reached the point where it's not like I know Felicia's favorite color or, you know, there are all these other deeper things, you know, it's like.
But I do know which of the Wonkas Elaine would have relations with if needed be, you know? That's the worst part. We both had 5 and above Wonkas we would have relations with. That is bad. That's bad.
That's awful.
It's like we're on a desert island of only Wonkas, and we're like, yeah, I guess.
I'm sorry, Love Island, but Wonka Island.
Oh my god, that should have been this episode. Jesus Christ.
Or The Bachelor, but all the contestants are Wonkas.
All right, mate, where's the fucking chocolate? Where's the candy?
All right, he's real
Oh my
fit.
god, babe, you're so hot in your swimsuit. It looks like a big candy cane.
I really like it when he's fat. You know, when I really like eyes and teeth.
He's
There's
got
a
these
real big
big
turn-on.
muscles, man.
He's got such a big nose and it's on his forehead. I just love that. It's so fit.
That's my favourite thing in a man, when he's got a nose in his forehead.
I really like that he's 2D.
I really like when they're made of puppet.
Not a puppet, just made of.
Made of puppet.
Which suggests more than one puppet. It's just the Oompa Loompa cluster.
Like they make the shapes like the School of Fish in Finding Nemo. Oh, that would be a good Wonka, where it was just a bunch of Oompa Loompas in like a trench coat situation.
Oh, shit.
Which Wonka would be 4 Oompa Loompas in a trench coat?
Sorry, I was just thinking of like we don't have the opportunity to smash or pass. Like, actually, I just keep thinking of Huga Loompa, and I'm not saying smash or pass. I'm not determining.
You're thinking about it for too long. That means your answer is smash.
No.
If you've been thinking about it for this long, it means your answer is smash.
I have not. No, I have seen.
You've also outed yourself earlier because you were like, "Let me look into Hugh Grant's beautiful, beautiful eyes as I think about what part he could possibly play." I get it.
Hugh Grant. I like Hugh Grant. I don't know if I like Huga Loompa. These are two separate things. Okay. Huga Loompa. I don't know anything about Huga Loompa. You did the Photoshop of Huga Loompa. I don't know his business. I don't know what he looks like. I don't know what the attraction's going to be there. Am I a huge Hugh Grant fan? You bet your fucking ass I am. I love Hugh Grant. I would like to publicly say on this podcast
that I love Hugh Grant.
I love Hugh Grant. I love it. I'm really not that like passionate about Hugh Grant.
I didn't think I was that passionate about Daniel Radcliffe, but now it's part of my personality apparently. So
yeah. Next Wonka, Mark Wonka.
He would not be on dating apps. He's happily married, Elaine.
Okay. Hear me out. Nerd. He met Nelda Nerd through the apps. So yes. Like chat room
They met on Match.com.
Yes. And he had a really suave intro, I feel like. And then on the date, it would be nothing but magic tricks. And that would either really work or like be heinous. Depends on the energy.
He pulls a bread from underneath a napkin and goes, "Is this your carb?"
That would work on me.
It's actually very good. It's actually a very good joke.
That's amazing.
I'm gonna write that down in a little notebook and be like, next time I'm on a date with someone, put a napkin over a piece of bread and go, "Is this your carb?"
We all have our moves, right? This is the new one.
Is this your carb?
Is this your carb?
You go to a restaurant and order some fish. Is this your carp? They go back and they go, why don't we go back to my place? And then I go outside and go, is this your car?
I just like imagining going back to the bread one. They have to watch you take the bread, put it on the table, actively put the tablecloth on, look at you. You probably waggle your eyebrows, right? And then you go, is this your carb? But this is before you've told them a lot about the magic, or they've forgotten and they go, what? I don't want your dirty table bread. And then you have your heart broken.
Okay, rolled Wonka. I think rolled Wonka is our last big guy we definitely need to touch on. He's kind of a little introspective.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He has a bit of self-reflection. He also has access to hell. I feel like he might be druggy, like a lot of emojis. A lot of emojis on the profile. Or he's like, don't like my dark humor. Don't talk to me. I go to hell every day. Yeah. I bet you couldn't do the work I do. I would beat you on a race to Minus Land any day. Oh, you want to go to space? Fuck you. You know what I mean? Like a weirdly combative profile.
Yes, I also see him holding a dead Ganuli with a smile on his face.
Oh, you're right. He's a hunter-gatherer.
He's a hunter-gatherer.
And he's just in hell and he's holding like a ghost.
Yes.
Yep. And Grandma Georgina took it, so the photo's out of focus and it's all shaky. And he said, before I turn you away from being a pre-baby, could I go and, could you go and take this photo for me? So he did, and he's holding like a little squirt gun.
What's dating me like? Well, it's like going to hell and back. But really, I have access to hell. My favorite TV show? Zumbo's Dessert, because I like to tell that fucker off. School of Chocolate, Chef Amari. I like to watch it so I can tell that little bitch how wrong he is.
It's that or just like, Lucifer, smiley face. Like, it's not even like a joke. He's like, Parks and Recreation.
There's definitely a photo where he's so deadpan and scary, but like there's no emotion behind it, but it's like one of those smiles, but the eyes don't meet it. One of my crowning moments in life is men have the urge to share their penis with you in a photographic form. So I thought it'd be fun. I gamified as well, Felicia, when I came across, and these people were like douchebags. They were very douchey, like, and so I was like, what if I choose 3 words, and these are the only 3 words I'm allowed to say throughout the entire conversation. Can I get a dick pic? The words were, oh, really? Well. Ha, ha, ha. I got a dick pic. So I see rolled Wonka doing that.
I do not. I'm sorry. Don't disparage him in that way.
Okay, fine. I'll put it on Tom and Jerry Wonka.
Yeah.
He does that. He's a fuckboy.
That's better. Yeah, Tom and Jerry. Have you seen his face?
Look at that seductive face.
Those little eyebrows. Those are bedroom eyes.
Those are bedroom eyes. That's a...
This cannot be a real discussion we're having.
Are we ranking like how sexy the Wonkas are? Oh, shit. Okay, Tom and Jerry Wonka, we didn't like fully get into it. He would be a fuckboy. He would have sleeveless t-shirts he's wearing. But unfortunately, he would probably awkwardly be attractive. And you're like, moving on to Christian Wonka. No, did we do all the Wonkas?
I mean, we've done most of them, I think.
No, I think we did all of them.
Wow. Happy days are here.
And we did it within an hour. That's fucking insane. And that's insane.
I'm sure this got cut down a lot. We're at an hour right now, guys.
It's insane. What's your takeaway from all of this? I feel like what we've just basically said is that none of these, I think the only Wonka
literally didn't even talk about Timothy Chalamet the whole episode.
Timmy
because
Wonka.
We just said he'd have a nice. We said he'd have a nice profile. But what I'm saying is, this podcast is about what can we learn about. I feel like we do this podcast and we forget it's about the prequel movie because, like, literally sometimes I'll forget the movie's even coming out, and I'm just like so
to be
enveloped.
fair, we don't have much information to work with at this point, and that's the biggie. We don't have enough information to work with.
So we did what you would naturally do and start talking about if they had dating profiles.
Yes,
Wouldn't you do it in our situation too? How do I do takeaways? Because here's the thing. I know I predicted early days that there would not be any romantic relationships in Wonka. You know what? I'm going to predict that Wonka will be trying to coordinate to like old people dating.
Oh, that's cute.
Like there will be a tertiary plot where Wonka's like, oh, Miss Lady, did you give the chocolates to Brucenstein? And she's like, I did give the chocolates to Brucenstein, and he quite liked them. And now we're getting married. Here's an invitation to the wedding. And he's like, oh my God, that's great. Can I cater? And she's like, no. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I
think to kind of gear up for I don't even know if this will gear up for my prediction, but my final thoughts on this, it just kind of goes.
I didn't have any final thoughts.
Yeah, I didn't really. You just said fuck that.
I thought you wanted me to do a prediction. I'm sorry.
No. You're good. No. I'm doing both. I'm doing both in one. You're totally fine. You're totally fine. No. My like whole thought process with this episode is it goes to show that it's hard to fully present ourselves online, and unfortunately, with the apps, we do have to judge a book by its cover. And all of these Wonkas, except for 2 of them, I believe, 2 to 3, are just also as shitty as their covers. So sometimes it's not okay to be judgy, but sometimes you got to trust your gut. Felicia's reached the point where she is on her couch and she's just doing the thing where she's free holding her microphone, which is always a good sign.
Like a boom mic.
Like a boom mic, except you get the nice rustle of a microphone. Yeah. My prequel prediction is that one of the song lyrics will use the word rain.
Fascinating.
It'll be like, let the rain fall down
on this lonely
let
town
it wash
as
away.
my chocolate dreams get washed away.
Because I want to feel the thunder. I want that Do you know Hilary Duff discography?
I thought you were just doing that on the spot. I was like, good. Oh my God, Elaine. To be fair, Elaine has like fully composed full musicals standing next to me, so I don't doubt her abilities at any time.
Oh, thank you. Wow.
You have not lived until you hear her sing about the Trolley Girl.
Oh, here's this episode's little hint into what the Harvey Girls could be. It involves trains.
I want to be on the right track.
I want to get out of this small town, and the only way that I can get there is to be part of the world of the Harvey Girls. That's all the Harvey Girls singing in a beautiful choir. Yeah. That's all you're getting.
That's it. Stave off the little crumbs that you get every week and a half. You'll figure your shit out sooner or later.
I'm kind of like, I'm not annoyed and I'm not sad. I'm just like a little like, that no one has reached out to us. like people will comment about really specific things we talk about on this one. No one's given a shit about the Harvey Girls, but it is the reason we are together today. It is such
Harvey Girls have made Elaine cry. We bonded over them.
I cried. I had a mental breakdown.
You have not lived until you hear me and Elaine sing the menu of the presidential suite at the Scottsdale Train Museum.
I was wearing the Scottsdale Train Museum t-shirt earlier, and I guess we all got the same t-shirt.
Yeah, we all have the same t-shirt.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Wonka Watch. You can follow us on TikTok and Instagram at Wonka Watch. If you'd like to support this podcast, God knows why you would want to after this episode, but you can go to buymeacoffee.com/Wonka Watch, and we will greatly appreciate you. Thank you. Please email us at wonkarapture@gmail.com. We surely said something that was triggering. Okay. Send it our way.
I'm sure there was something in this episode that you went, oh God. And you can tell us that.
Surely you have opinions on something that happened here.
Was it the spackle? There were a lot of questionable things this episode, and we will take your criticism.
It's always fun when we do an episode and we have to actively take out huge chunks of it because we're like, we can't air that.
Yeah,
this information, we can't. We can't. So please email us any of your fun little things. We love them, love them, love them. And I don't know, Felicia, can you tell me? Tell me something?
It's not that important.
It's not that important.
Dating apps aren't that important.
Wonka Watch?
It's not that important.
Smash.
Wonka pass, Wonka smash.
No.
Okay. Well, fuck you.